Let me show you how to make a quick and effective house melody. The kick of your choice anyway, just make sure it kind of fills out this entire space, but in the off chance, let's say if it doesn't, maybe your kick comes out just a little bigger, let's say here, what you could do is kind of just highlight and then Control J, and then boom, you have your own kick sample, and then you can just delete whatever space you have, and boom. So now it fits. All right, and then next what you wanna do, now that you have your kick set up, you just go down here, then you make sure warp is selected, you press loop, and then you grab onto the edge right here, and then you start dragging it. So that way it's easier to just make multiple at once. So we'll just go up to here. All right, next is gonna be your clap. So bring the clap of your choice. I'll bring in this one. And with the clap, you wanna go with every other beat. So we'll start it right here. And then we'll duplicate it. So what I like to do, I like to highlight this entire section and then Control J. So that way it's its own little sample. Then I do the same thing again, loop, warp, and then I just drag. So that way it automatically goes to every other beat. All right, next you're gonna have your hats. Just make sure it's between your kicks. So for it to be as accurate as possible along with these kicks, I'll start from here where it would start, and then I'll do Control D for duplicate. So that way it goes in between every kick. All right, next you're gonna add your snares. This is typically the way I like having my snares. I like to have it for every other fourth hat. So the way I do it, I usually drag in the sample as it is in this part of the hat, and then usually what I like to do is I like to highlight just this snippet, copy, let's put it out here at the side, paste, and then that's essentially what goes right here, this drag. So that way it sounds like this, like that. Just bonus tip for this one, usually I like adding just a single one, just every other, and then I add the original one back. And then lastly, you're just gonna need a bass line. For this example, I just use the pre-baseline sample pack. You just drag it in, see what works best for your melody. All right, that's pretty much it. So it should sound something like this. And I would adjust the volume settings just to avoid any major clutters. And that's how you make a simple house melody. So follow and like for more.